Hi, today we are going to listen about Thiruvennainallur temple, Kripapureeswarar, also known as Atkondanather, Viluppuram, Amman Thayar, Mangalambigai, Verkanni Amman, Thalavircham, Bamboo Tree, Teetham, Pennai River, Neeli, Sivaganga, Kama, Arulthurai, Dandu, Pandava, Vaikunta and Veda Teethams. Old year 2000 years old. Historical name Thiruvarulthurai. City Thiruvennainallur. District Viluppuram. Singers. This is the temple where Saint Sundarar uttered the first song on Lord, addressing him with the word granted by Lord himself, Pitta, madman, promising that he would be for him alone in the world. This is the 14th Shiva temple in Nadunadu region, praised in the Thevaram hymns. Festival. Adi Swati Star Day in July to August with the 2-day festival for Sundarar is celebrated grandly. 10-day Panguni Uttiram with flag hoisting and float festival in March to April. Arudra Darshan Margali Tiruvadirai in December to January. Avani Puttu Pudding Festival in August to September. Skanda Shashti in October to November are other festivals devotionally celebrated in the temple. Temple's speciality. Lord Shiva is a Swayambhu Murti in the temple. It is a historical temple that Lord Shiva appeared as an old man claiming Sundarar is attendant on his wedding day. After a long dispute and a panchayat on the issue, Lord took Sundarar to his home in Thiruvennainallur and disappeared near the sanctorum of the temple, leaving his footwears, Padukas, at the entrance. The Padukas are still in the temple for darshan of the devotees. What is noteworthy in this episode is the procedure followed in settling a dispute. Divine poet Sekilar in his Periyapuranam describes the scene. Heated arguments were exchanged between the old man, Lord Shiva, and Sundarar. The judicial system in the deciding a dispute should be under the three main principles: Achi, tradition; Avanam, documentary evidence; and Ayalar Kachi, eyewitness. Lord Shiva won the case by producing a document signed by the ancestors of Sundarar as an evidence to prove his claim. The episode is long and quite interesting and spiritually enjoyable. General information. The temple is called Thiruvarulthurai, home of divine blessing. Mother Mangalambigai graces from the sanctorum with her 4 hands in a standing form. The mandapam where the panchayat took place between the old man Shiva and Sundarar still exists in the temple. Lord Vinayaka of the temple is praised as Polla Pillayar. Prayers. Lord Shiva blesses the devotees with total mental peace, oratory skill, and excellence in education, above all his full blessings. Polla Pillayar in the temple is not a man-made idol but a Swayambhu. He taught the great Saivite Acharya Meikanda Devar when he was 5. Those dumb pray to him to gain speech skill. People also light lamps with a mixture of 4 oils: ghee, iluppu, coconut, and gingerly oil for wedding boon, child, job, and professional success boons. Thanksgiving. It is the staunch belief of the devotees that their wedding plans would be successful if they worship Nandi, the bull vehicle of Lord Shiva, with a garland also wearing one themselves. Nandi is revered as the deity of dharma's righteous law. People from other countries as Japan come here and perform yajanas for good health. People also conduct yajanas for reliefs from sins of past birth. The Jyotirlinga worshipped by the Navagrahas, the 9th planet, is in this temple. If a devotee worships the sacred tree of the temple and light 5 lamps, he or she would not be affected by the adverse aspects of any of the 9 planets, either during the main or sub periods during their zodiac transits. Devotees perform Abhishekam to Lord with gingerly oil, turmeric, flour powders, milk, curd, fruit juices, sugarcane juice, honey, green coconut, Panjamridam, a mixture of 5 items, sandal, rose water, sacred ash, etc. They also offer vastras, light ghee lamps. They perform Abhishekam to Mother with turmeric powder and offer saris and undertake feeding of visitors. Greatness of Temple. The celebrated Saivite epic Periyapuranam by Secular begins with the story of Alala Sundarar in Mount Kailash who came to earth at the direction of Lord Shiva, assuming the name Sundarar. The epic also ends at Mount Kailash with the return of Sundarar after his earthly life. Sundarar was in his wedding attire, ready for the related rituals at Thiruvennainallur. Suddenly, an old man, no less a person than Lord himself, intervened and claimed that Sundarar had been assigned to him as his attendant by his forefathers and proved his case. After verification of the signature in the document produced by the old man, the Panchayat men asked Sundarar to go along with the old man as his servant. Sundarar, in his fury, called the old man a lunatic. The old man took Sundarar to Thiruvennainallur and disappeared at the sanctum sanctorum. Sundarar was shocked and came to realize that old man who demanded his service was Lord Shiva. He cried apologetically. Lord asked him to sing his praise. When Sundarar said how he could without any knowledge, Lord asked him to use pitta, lunatic, as the first word and start singing. The first song of Sundarar, Kripapureeswarar, thus came into being and was followed by hundreds later in various Shiva temples he visited then. He was one responsible for the resurgence of Shaivism in South, challenged by rival fights then. The Panchayat Mandapam, where the case was argued by Lord Shiva and Sundarar, is on the north of the right side of the entrance. The pillar on which the old man was leaning during the Panchayat proceeding is still warm. People used to collect the sand in the mandapam and keep it in their puja rooms. There are 3 lingas in the temple: the Vijaya Linga, worshipped by Arjuna seeking child boon; Sundara Lingam, worshipped by Devendra; and Sankara Lingam, worshipped by Lord Vishnu. Lord Muruga Shanmuganatha granted darshan to Saint Arunagiriyar in a dancing form with his peacock Vahan in this temple. It is here Mother bathed in the river to cool herself from the fury of destroying demon Mahishasura. Mother graces with all features of Mother Mahalakshmi with Sanganidhi, Padmanidhi and also with Sri Chakra. It is here Arjuna cleansed himself from the guilt of interfering in the privacy of his brother Dharma with Panjali and sought child boon. A Brahmin got relief in this temple from the sin of using a pregnant cow for sacrifice in his yajna by bathing in the Arul-Thurai sacred spring. All description of the reputation of Thiruvennainallur would be incomplete if we fail to recollect the life of and contribution of great philanthropist Sadayappa Vallal, who was instrumental for writing of Ramayana in Tamil by Kavi Chakravarti Kambar. Kamba Ramayanam came into being with the support of Sadayappa Vallal, whom Kambar has used in select episodes for some examples. Temple history. The rishis of Tarugavana grew proud of their penance and conducted a yajna to destroy Lord Shiva, but the Lord observed their evil designs and kept them under his control. The rishis realized their folly, performed penance and were forgiven by the Lord. This is also a story behind the name of the temple, Thiru Arul-Thurai, place of blessings. As he showered his Kripa, forgiveness, the Lord is praised as Kripapureeswarar. Vedas performed penance here as directed by the Lord and were granted darshan in form of fire as begged by them and became Swayambhulinga.